right, we are picking up the feed again. I'm going to put a Kingsmaker on. It's either that or Labor Day, or I don't have very many of those. I only have one. Same shot as before. I'm going to do about 3.5. I'm going to keep it short here. I did not want a great ball. The one time I hit a great ball, it really frustrates me. Been hitting so many perfect balls this round. It really frustrates me that it doesn't mean I was making it, but man, that wind looked nice, especially after resisting the wind. I just hope that didn't cost me. As you know, once it comes over that hill there, it just breaks left into that cup. So he overplayed his. Even with his wind, you only need to go probably 5 rings there. But you do need some sort of counter on a side wind like that for sure. So you can add extra. The only thing about adding extra is you don't want to end up hitting the rough because you're adding extra. So you see his ball lands really close to the rough there. So adding extra probably isn't the way that you want to go on side wind. And you see they're giving us, 2 different directions. So it's like there's 2 different setups in all these tournaments. And on this hole, it's important to note is which player you are. So this wind is actually very similar to the tournament, so I'm going to try to get this one. So landing there, right on line with the hole. And then with this wind, I'm going to play it probably 5-ish rings, almost kind of spot on. Maybe just a tiny under, touch under. But if it is, not very much. And then just try to counter it. Of course, I get my perfect ball now. Still couldn't get it online. Probably overplayed the wind, to be honest with you. Probably like 4 something that I needed if I wanted to pull that off. Maybe like 4-ish rings. The main reason I went with Kingsmaker on this hole is because of having so many of them from tournament wins. It was either that or an eyeball, but of course, eyeballs don't help shanks. So if you're not going to hit your perfect ball, it's not really going to probably matter unless you're underplaying your wind. Chances of you holding your line are a lot harder. So disappointing that I didn't get that. I go into the next hole. I'm still recording here. That's good. What I'm trying to do here is 3 hole segments for this tournament, so the video doesn't go super long. So what I've been doing for this hole is I've been using Berserker, but it's been quite glitchy that the way that I've been doing it. I'm not really going to bother getting into about what's been happening. I'm just going to go this way. I've been trying to go over there towards the right. So to give this a little bit more downwind, I'm going to put a Titan on here. So this is saying 9 now. I'm really not sure how much I need to play. I'm not used to hitting this shot. I'm going to do it about this and just see what happens. And it was just too much. Wow. Unbelievable. It was probably that shank. So that was my first time playing that shot. It's a little unfortunate because it cost me. Only playing that once and not knowing what to do cost me. And it was probably only that shank that cost me. So now I got to try to recover, or I need this guy to get his albatross. I still feel confident I can get the eagle. It's just unfortunate that that happened. I'm not going to rely on this guy to get his eagle, especially being that far down in the fairway. But that far down in the fairway is not the end of the world. And of course, I try to get overly aggressive, then I probably have to. So, again, I'm going to do the same thing here. Very similar shot. I'm just going to back off of it this time. Plus, of course, no shank. And I didn't add that little extra burst of power, so I'm sure this time it's going to be fine. Plus, it's going to be a lot longer. Just got to avoid that right rough, which I still hit anyway. Oh, just stayed out. Okay. So that might help. I can still get the eagle. Just ridiculous that I hit the rough by an inch. I cannot believe that. So that kind of shows you your aim. I haven't had any guidance on this as to where I was supposed to aim. I was just going entirely off feel. And I thought I was safe adding just a tiny. Probably shouldn't have, obviously. I still know I could add that tiny bit. I just wouldn't have been able to shank it. I mean, the only reason that even hit the rough there, it would have been really close to the edge had I not hit that baby left great ball. Cost me. But again, it's just kind of definitely, it'd be nice if that went in, just so I didn't have to have pressure on this, because I really need this eagle on this hole, especially after water. A lot of guys are getting this albatross, so you don't want to give up 2 strokes on this one hole. So I'm somewhere in the middle of the club. What I've been doing, I don't know if I feel like doing this. I've been doing this with God, I feel like I'm just going to have to go for this now because I've already invested too much time in it. This is a risky shot. It's not going to play very much, so I'm just going to, make just a baby adjustment here. Oh my God, I hope I don't run out of time. Unbelievable. It's so stupid. It's just stupid. I mean, if you want to see the definition of stupidity, it is this the way that I played this hole. There's absolutely no reason not to eagle this hole. So make sure, absolutely, 1,000%, you do not birdie this hole. This is just ridiculous here. I'm basically forfeiting 2 strokes to guys on that hole because of that. So what I like on this is a little bit more wind. I recommend you guys going with King's Maker on this hole. I'm going to do mine with an eyeball. One of the things you want to make sure that you're doing is you're never pointing off the cliff on this hole. Plus you always want to make sure, so I'm going to make sure that I go at least my 6 rings here. Sometimes a little bit extra. I mean, I'm still going to counter it on top, so. And I did about 3.5 bars. Just to make sure that it's not going to stop. I don't want it stopping just short. Of course, I get it. This is just so annoying. So annoying. I mean, just throwing away strokes on that par 5 is just moronic. It's the easiest hole in this entire setup. It's hole number 5. It's between 5 and 8. 8's just a giveaway hole too. Wait until you see me play 8. They're just giving guys the eagle on my setup. That's one of the reasons that I bumped down, was to just make the setup just so much easier than Master. Plus, you can't practice Master. I haven't been practicing on Expert, but so this is the reason. You see how much adjustment that he has to make, and he has to put it right over on the edge of that cliff. That's one of the main reasons that I won't. Of course, you didn't want that great ball, but it's one of the main reasons that I put as much wind resistance as I can on this hole, to at least give yourself an effort to make it. So it's nice that I got that stroke back, but it should be, my number should be at least 1 stroke better, probably 2. To be honest with you, I probably should have albatrossed that hole, that par 5. And only being 9 under is really, really not that good here. It's basically like I've done nothing so far. Like I've actually haven't made an actual shot, because I feel like 3 is drivable. Of course, 7 here is going to be drivable too. So I'm going to have to make sure that I get 7, because this has been the brutal one. This has been the real hard one. So I'm going to try something I haven't tried yet. I've seen it done, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't know if this is, something I recommend or not. I'm aiming basically out right over here as far as I can. I don't really know how much backspin. It might be too much. Maybe focus more on side spin. Ugh, just hit the bunker. So it looks like that was the shot, but if I'm going to do it, I needed maybe 3 backspin, maybe 2. The shot that I've been playing on this hole is actually in between that fairway and rough. It's a full Titan. It's this. This is the shot that I've been playing, which is, but of course I don't have Apocalypse 3, so he's probably going to bounce the fairway, actually. As long as you have Apocalypse 5 or 6, it'll actually shoot in between the fairway and rough, and it'll just front spin and give you a relatively easy pitch. It's going to be a lot easier than what I have. I'm trying to get this one to the green. I haven't been on the green. That's actually a really good shot there. That would be nice too. I haven't really gone for that shot, which is a fairway bounce and then kind of rough to slow it down, because I've been worried about not being able to get that rough hop. So it's cool that he was able to get that there. So I've been playing these shots like this to play this wind a lot less. So what you're going to see me do here, because the ball's barely getting off the ground, is I'm going to play it basically still inside cup, maybe right on the edge. I'm not playing very much here. You see it just slow rolls up there. As long as you keep that shot very dead straight. And of course it hurts. I mean, I might not have even played a bunker shot all week. So it's like just remembering the timing. It's always good to, practice your rounds and make sure you're getting rounds in. Because I haven't really played too much. And most of the time it's not in the bunker, because I'm just playing this setup. And that's the first time that I've hit it in the bunker, because I've been playing a pretty safe shot. I don't even know why I went against it, really. It's because I haven't made the pitch since my opening round. The very first round, that's what I mean. I haven't made the pitch, so I just tried something different, missed the shot. That's all there is to it. So, should be looking at a 14 under here. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it should be pretty much a formality at this point, unless I can somehow get 9. And I'll show you how to safely get these. And of course, I added that hole by accident. I wanted to break these videos up. I'll just keep this one going and make this set a 6-hole set. Maybe I'll split it in half. I'll edit it. So I usually use Titan here. You don't need a Kingsmaker. In fact, I kind of encourage not using one. So I'm doing half right, plus 1 back, and then aside from that, perfect ball. And of course I missed the perfect ball, so now I'm worried about it hanging up on the cliff too much. You see my landing zone. Let's see if I even have it running out. So without the perfect ball, I feel like the ball tends to roll out a little bit shorter. But you see with a 10 wind, that's more or less the shot with a 10 wind. 10.4, even better. But you see, he has an Apocalypse 3, so the way he's pointed down the cliff, he just needs to add just a touch of power here. Just enough to put it right there, where he was pointing it. So it's just the babyest of, that might even be too much, to be honest with you. That's probably definitely too much. You don't need all this. So if you're watching, see he's going past the hole. You only needed just the babyest of wind adjustments. So it's good that you get to see two approaches there. Two completely different methods. And I'm assuming most guys, they won't have the Apocalypse 5 or 6, but if you do, man, this hole is just, just hit your perfect ball and get your eagle. I had it right on I had it just miss the ace on my first round of the opening round. My first 9. I had it sitting on the back of the cup. It almost went in for the ace. So it's very doable. Of course, the time I did it, it wasn't with a great ball. Oh no, can't believe that happened. So getting in there tighter, the secret's going to be not to overpower that like he did. Unless you want to backspin it more, but I don't know why you would. You want some run out so it can actually go in. And that's why you're seeing me play it the way that I do. And next time, depending on the wind, I'll just make a minor adjustment, basically. So what I do on this one is a Kingsmaker, resist the wind, try to focus on accuracy. I'm going to counter it a little bit since it's right to left. I'm not going to add any power. In fact, I'm going to take off just a tiny bit so on the safe side. I'm not even going to flirt with that downhill slope. You see right where that shade hits is where it starts going downhill. Of course, with as much backspin I have on it, it's not a big deal. I can go down that hill quite a ways with that. But here's when you can't, is when you have an Apocalypse 3. You have to play quite a bit different shot. You got to play it quite more cautiously. I definitely wouldn't add power on that guy's aim. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just not sure. I would not even bother with flirting with the end of this fairway. You see, he ran right through. So if anything, with his exact same shot, I would have even short hit it a little bit if it was me. The shot I've been doing here is a little bit more aggressive on the left here. It's kind of like spot on where I'm aiming here. So I'll do this. I've been playing pretty close to 1 per ring on this shot, so of course I lost my bearings there a little bit. I think I have it. I'm going to do just a little over. I think I did too much. Yeah. I lost my bearings. I couldn't tell if it was moving for a second or if I was moving the screen. So I kept going. I haven't got this hole yet, so I know it can be very touchy with the aim, with how much you have to adjust. But it's good to just make sure you get the eagle foremost. This is one hole that you do not want to give up a stroke. You don't want to give it up on one, but it's understandable on one. On this, it's just a formality to get the eagle. Hit the fairway. Don't take it down to the very end like this guy. But don't get super conservative on it either. You don't want to leave yourself having to power it. But that's what I'm saying. Like on a shot that you don't even have to power, and you can just sniper it with the Kingsmaker. So the reason that I use a Kingsmaker on this one is to restrict the wind. I don't want Titan. I don't want to have to play that extra mile per hour like with Titan. Just in case the ball wants to play more downwind and start doing some funny stuff. So let's see if this guy can get this one. His aim looks pretty good. Just keep it inside hole. It's uphill, so it's not really going to go into the wind. He got perfect ball. This is going to be close. Got it. Okay, this hole again. So usually I'll do Apocalypse. Maybe like this. Just trying to figure out if I'm going to be on the left or the right of the hole. This looks pretty spot on. Nope. Left. I wanted to favor the left side. I'm okay with left because it'll come back down the hill to the right. I would have had to hit it deeper than that for that to come back, but towards the hole. But I'd rather miss left there than right, so that's why I was kind of favoring making sure that it was going to be left and not right. And all I did when I'm into the wind, just put it right on the face of the cliff, but up the cliff. Of course, if I had a 9, I'd even go deeper. I could go into the fringe. Any other shot's going to be a little bit trickier. He's got to basically overpower a sniper. This is alternative. He's got to do more than that. That's not enough on my screen. Got it over. What did he do? He might have had topspin on that. But as you can see, obviously, with topspin, what I'd do is maybe like 2-ish bars of backspin and then still power it would be the approach that I would take if it was me. But I would have used more power than that. But anyway, I'm going to split this up. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to start uploading. Good luck all. Hopefully this half of the tournament has at least helped you, showing you what not to do on hole 5. So good luck.